So literary is important. I'm very literary about my approach to painting, and I do a lot of writing, and I write a lot of poetry, but I've never really been very confident about my poetry, so I never really show it to anybody. But I get ideas for paintings when I'm writing poems. So a lot of times, like for instance, they have come out of like some things I was writing, and more so than reading. I started doing some studies last year because we were doing this zoo group thing where we were going and drawing animals at the zoo, and I started thinking about Aesop's fables and how that's a rich vein to tap right there, because you've got animals standing in for humans, having these moral dilemmas, and then there's always like a moral at the end of it. It's kind of a sloppy painter, but I've figured out how to make that work for me. Like if paint wants to do this, well, I meant to do that, so I'll just keep making it do that, like the cross-hatching stuff. It's like, well, this will build this up. This will give it gravity and form and soul, really.
I always felt like you had also this wonderful sensibility for color.
I love color. I love color. It's so, color is so relative too, though. I mean, you know, if you don't, I always tell my students this, it doesn't matter what colors you use as long as you get the value scale right. And then you can play with the color. But some people want to get exactly that color. I like artificial light, so things do have kind of the look of artificial light. But I do like natural light too, and do work in plein air. Oh, the painting of the otter and the owl, that's a night painting. It's dark. And doing a dark watercolor is crazy. A really dark watercolor, because watercolors are all about light. You know? So you know, and the funny thing about it is, you look at it, and the owl and the otters, they have very little paint actually on them. Most of the paint is the space around them, and that's the part where you really have to work. You don't just go, oh well, that's it. That's the one more thing. No, it's not like that at all. It's just like, holy crap, I just can't do that anymore. I got to get away from that. So that's how you decide if it's finished.